Welcome to Jurisprudence of Mathematics classes and visit to Devnagari alphabet classes. Today in this class of Jurisprudence of Mathematics, we are visiting the formulation Ganit Bij and Bij Ganit. Literal simple meaning of Ganit is mathematics and of Bij is seed. Bij Ganit as such will accept a simple rendering, a seed of mathematics. Seed of mathematics. What is seed of a mathematics? We will be visiting this formulation to have initiation and to have proper insight about this formulation. Simultaneously, we will be visiting the mathematics of a seed. Now, mathematics of a seed. We know that seed takes to tree, unfolds as a tree, grows as a tree, and it takes to next generation seed. It is a reality phenomenon. Going seed to seed is a cyclic process. So generation 1 seed to generation 2 seed is the reach phenomenon. Mathematics seed, what are the first principles, bases, axioms, postulates of mathematics? Ganit Bij, and Bij Ganit is the phenomenon of cyclic order of seed, first generation seed, unfolding and transiting and transforming into a second generation seed. These simple rendering of these formulations are going to be visited further to have a complete insight about these values, these features, these formats, these concepts, these phenomena. First of all, let us visit the formulation Ganit. We know it is availing first syllable Ga, second syllable Ana, and third syllable Ta, and these are accepting transcendental code values 4, 9, and 5. Therefore, this formulation Ganit, when is viewed from the point of view and in terms of the transcendental code values, then we see this is a composition of 3 syllables, and these triple syllables lead us to triple values 4, 9, and 5, and these triple values are of summation value 18. A step ahead, we see that these triple syllables, the first syllables is availing a pair of letters, second syllable as well is availing a pair of letters, and third syllable as well is availing a pair of letters. These are the letters Ga, A, it is the first syllable, then Ana, E is the second syllable, Ta, A is the third syllable, and these pair of letters again take us to TCV values 3 and 1, 7 and 2, 4 and 1. Step ahead, the formulation Bij is a composition of a pair of syllables of TCV values 8 and 5, leading us to summation value 13, and this pair of syllables as well, or a compositions of pair of letters each, leading to the TCV values as 4, 4, 4 and 1. Sorry, it is a 7, 4, 7, 4 and 4, 1, taking us to value 16. This takes us to as that the formulations Ganit and formulation B's are availing the letters of Devanagari alphabet. Therefore, the jurisprudence of mathematics requires that we have a first foundation reach, and it is of a Devanagari alphabet. Devanagari alphabet provides us the constituent letters which are availed for making or reaching at the formulations like Ganit Bij and Bij Ganit. Devanagari alphabet is an alphabet which classifies and groups its letters firstly as vowels. These are 9 in number, and these accept the TCV values 1 to 9. Second class or second group is of 5 class 5 Varga consonants, and these are 5 rows and 5 columns, and these 5 rows and 5 columns accept the TCV values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it in a way makes a 5 cross 5 grid, and this 5 cross 5 grid leads us to the 5 rows and 5 columns. A step ahead, the third class or third group of letters are quadruple Anthasta letters, Yara Lava, and these letters accept quadruple TCV values 1, 3, 5, 7. The fourth class or group of letters are the Ushmana letters. These are also quadruple, and these quadruple Anthasta letters accept the values 2, 3, 6 and 9. The fifth group or class is of a Yama letters. These are 8 in number, and these accept the transcendental code values 9 to 16. This as such, in terms of these values, we see that these are the values of the range 1 to 16, and value 16 we know is the TCV value of formulation Bij. As such, the seed of mathematics, Ganit Bij, the seed of mathematics is going to be the seed of means of value 16. Now, value 16 is the value which we know accepts an organization as 2 raised to power 4, and this value 2 raised to power 4 is the value of the dimensional frame of quadruple spatial dimensions of a 4 space, the creator's space. 4 space is the creator's space, and this creator's space is presided by Lord Brahma, the creator, the supreme, 4-head Lord, with a pair of eyes in each head. There are 4 heads, and each head is having a pair of eyes, and this as such leads to value 2 raised to power 4. Therefore, 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 16. Each on the one head takes us to values raised 1 to 16, and further if we see that we reach at the factors of numbers 1 to 16, these come to be 29 in number, means 16 plus 13. Further, it takes us to that formulation Brahma is having TCV value. The TCV value of formulation Brahma is 29. This way we see that the Ganit Bij, the seed of mathematics, which takes us to value 16, it further takes us to the total range of TCV values for the entire letters of the Devanagari alphabet, and further TCV value 16 with the organization 2 raised to power 4 goes parallel to the value of the dimensional frame of quadruple spatial dimensions of the creator's space presided by Lord Brahma. With it, the first view, initial view, the first comprehension is that scholars who are attempting to glimpse mathematics seed, those who want to reach at the seed of the mathematics, those who want to reach at the axioms, postulates, first principles of the mathematics of Ganita Sutras. Sutras are 16 in number and Upsutras are 13 in number. This value 16 as of Ganita Sutras and value 13 as of Ganita Upsutras together with the value 29, which is parallel to TCV value of formulation Brahma, which is Brahma. The idol of Brahma is of 4 heads and each head is equipped with a pair of eyes. It takes us to hypercube 4, the representative regular body of a 4 space, and the dimensional frame of hypercube 4 is of quadruple spatial dimensions, and this takes us to value 16, which is parallel to TCV Bij. One may further have a pause here and take note that it is also equal to Jeev, a being. Blissful. Let us have a pause here. Let us revisit these all features when we are trying to have a glimpse of the formulation Ganit Bij, and when we the sadhakas are trying to have an insight about as to what is the Bij, the seed of Ganit mathematics. Mathematics seed, the initial values, the foundation values, the basic values, the axioms, the postulates, the first principles of mathematics are as such in terms of this formulation Ganit Bij are sequentially taking us to the individual letters and then as the formulation, as the syllables, and then ultimately taking us to a hypercube 4, the representative regular body of a 4 space, the presided Lord Brahma, creator the supreme, and with it the value 16 TCV of Bij, TCV of Jeev, being, and the factors of values range 1 to 16 as 29, taking us from 16 to 29 means 16 sutras and 13 upsutras, and this way we see the formulation Ganit Bij, and in the reverse orientation Bij Ganit is the formulation, is the phenomenon, is the concept. So the pure values of the mathematics as a Ganit Bij and applied values of the mathematics as Bij Ganit. So pure values of the mathematics to the applied values of mathematics is a reach which is simultaneously happening, simultaneously available in this formulation, which as a dimonad format, say a dimonad format, and this dimonad format is of an object and image, and further this dimonad will be taking us to image and to object again. It is this pair of orientations and which in the context of a dimonad is further of applications here, and we have seen that when the last Ganita Sutra Ganita Upsutra 30 is Gunita Samuchya and Samuchya Gunita. It is this formulation, it is this way a dimonad is in its both orientations. It is this feature which is a feature of a 4 space. As we know, value 4 is equal to 2 plus 2, and it is also equal to 2 multiplied by 2, and further it is also equal to minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Still further we know that 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 4 raised by 2. These are the features, these are the unique features which are being availed and which are the foundation and which are at work while the Vedic mathematics, the mathematics of Ganita Sutras, 16 Sutras and 13 Sutras are the source reservoir of the values. This source reservoir is the reservoir which is taking us to a creator's space, 4 space, hypercube 4, idol of Lord Brahma. Now here let us have a pause and let us further see that here the hypercube 4 is the setup which is having 5 space in the role of, it is in the role of a origin. The origin of 4 space is a 5 space. Now it is further enlightenment that Lord Brahma meditates within the cavity of his own heart, and with the grace of the transcendental Lord Shiv, Lord Brahma multiplies as 10 Brahmas. Means 4 space, a transcendental phenomenon takes place and the solid order gets superimposed upon the spatial order, and the 4 space domain as such creates a transcendental cavity around the origin, and it is being enveloped by a creative boundary of 10 components. This is a transition and a transformation which takes us from the format of hypercube 4 to a hypercube 5. Sadhakas shall sit comfortably and permit the transcending mind to be face to face with this enlightenment phenomenon, this phenomenon of the emergence of a transcendental grace from the origin of the creator's space, and as a result thereof the hypercube 4 structure transits and transforms into the structure of a hypercube 5. Therefore, the reach of the Ganit Bij and as a Bij Ganit takes us to the format of hypercube 4, and as to how this format is transiting and transforming into the format of a hypercube 5. As we have seen that we are applying and we are availing the transcendental code values, therefore let us have a revisit to Devanagari alphabet format. Devanagari alphabet format, as it is, we know, is having a first group of 9 letters, and with it the 5th letter is of a middle placement. Value 5 is of a middle placement. As such, this range of 9 letters is permitting us a bend at the middle. It is this bend which will help us to reach at a 5 cross 5 grid. And further we know this particular grid, which is a 5 cross 5 grid, is permitting to have a 4 cross 4 grid being superimposed upon this particular grid, which means these grid zones are having centers. These centers of the grid zones will be availed, and when these grid zones are combined, then in the process we will see we will having is these letters, second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. So 4 cross 4 grid will get superimposed upon a 5 cross 5 grid. It is this superimposition of 4 cross 4 grid would means there would be 16 other letters. So these 9 letters take us to these 25 letters, and these further take us to 16 letters. On the one hand, it takes us to a triple values, which as a 3, 4 and 5 are our well-known rectangular angle, this particular triangle. But what fact which deserves to be imbibed well is that here area is 6. Therefore, we have not only to work out this triple, but that we have to work out this quadruple. It is this quadruple which is the foundation. The students of Vedic mathematics, scholars of jurisprudence of mathematics as such, shall have a firm grip and have a full insight and be face to face with this value and that. The triple 3, 4, 5 as such is accepting of its own inherently value 6, but the value 6 is of a spatial units, while these are the linear units. It is this phenomenon that the triple linear units of their own automatically are taking us to a spatial value. It is this phenomenon, it is this feature, it is this value, it is this format which is inherently embedded in the organization format of a Devanagari alphabet. Devanagari alphabet is of organization format which is potentialized and is having inherent potentialities of unfolding itself of extension. So it extends of its own from values 9 to value 11. So it can be value 0 and here can be value 10. This way it can be extended and can be had up till these 11 vowels, and then further it will be taking us, when will be bend will be here. Now here this bend will take us to 6 cross 6 grid, and this further will be taking us to a superimposition of 5 cross 5 is 25. But we are having these 16 letters. Now these 16 letters get extended into 25 letters and 9 letters are added. This addition of 9 letters is having a pair of letters here for anthasta and quadruple letters 4, but the 5 letters are embedded here for these 8 letters. It is this additional 5 letters which are added to this format, which is the phenomenon, which is the feature, which deserves to be imbibed well. We have to revisit these organizations to reach at as to how this value 8 in fact is having a 5th letter is of a Visarjaniya. It is this letter, 5th letter, a Visarjaniya, which is the having, we are reaching from a linear progression to a spatial order. Now here we will be reaching at a solid order. Therefore, this 5 will be of a solid domain. It is this addition of 5 letters to which we will be coming when we will be seeing as to how this format of 5 cross 5 grid and of 9 vowels and a 4 anthasta and 4 Ashumana letters, this phenomenon as it is, we will see first of all that it is providing us the, firstly it is providing us the syllables code, the vowels code. This is providing us a Yama code. These triple letters remaining all consonants are providing us a Vedic code, and all the 5 set of letters are providing us transcendental code values. Therefore, the sadhakas who want to reach at the Ganit Beach and Beach Ganit, the initial seeds of mathematics and mathematics of seed, then have to have a insight of a jurisprudence of a mathematics, and this jurisprudence of mathematics will be available if we are having a revisit for a Devanagari alphabet format and its organization as it is of 9 vowels and 25 consonants, 4 Antastha letters and 4 Ushmana letters, making up till it a value 42 and 8 Yama letters, making it a total value of 50. Now this value of a 50 as such deserves to be revisited. Let us see if we are having a square. Now if we want to approach this square, then we can approach it as quadruple quarter squares. It is this reach of quadruple quarter squares which will be taking us to the creator's space. We know the creator's space is accepting a dimensional frame of quadruple spatial dimensions. Now let us revisit this particular setup of a square as a quadruple quarter squares. Quadruple quarter squares. Now see, we are having the points here, then points here, points here, and points here. See, it is taking us value 1, then this connecting edge 2, this point 3, connecting edge 4, and value 5. Here also, if we are having 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, it is 5 cross 5. See, it is value 25. Now, this value 25, we know when we are taking this surface as of a single face and we are approaching it as quadruple quarter squares, it is leading us to value 25. However, when we are going to its second phase, then that same as well will be providing us value 25. It is this 25 plus 25 is equal to 50, which is the value which deserves to be appreciated, and the same deserves to be comprehended if we want to have an insight about the inherent potentialities of the organization format of Devanagari alphabet. We have seen that we are transiting and transforming the format of hypercube 4 and are reaching at the format of hypercube 5. This is a formulation a raised to power 5 is to 10 b raised to power 4. That means there is a creative boundary of a 10 components. It is parallel to the transcendental phenomenon of Lord Brahma multiplying with the cavity of his own heart and multiplying as 10 Brahmas with the grace of the transcendental Lord. Therefore, 10 multiplied by 5 is equal to 50, or the need of a coordinates for fixation of a creative boundary. Therefore, it is the fixation of the creative boundary of the transcendental domain which is the inherent reach of the format, Devanagari alpha format. It is this inherent potentiality of the organization format of a Devanagari alphabet which deserves to be glimpsed. We have to visit, we have to be face to face with this inherent organization format feature of Devanagari alphabet. For reach at that, we will be seeing that we know that hypercube 4 is a body which is having as many as 9 versions, because it is a raised to power 4 is to 8 b raised to power 3. Therefore, from 0 to 8 signatures, geometries will be available. These are 9 in number. It is this value that when we reach at a 9 is this value is of 9 versions. These are the 9 versions of hypercube 4. However, from here the transition is going to be of a 10 setup of 10 creators of space. So it is a transition from 9 to 10. It is this transition from 9 to 1, we see it is this Ganita Sutra 2. It is Nikhlim Navasta Charmam Dashata, all from 9, but last is to be from 10. Therefore, the linear progression Ekadhikein Purve, with which the Ganita Sutra 1 is taking us, and the Anurupe, which is proportionate symmetry, are following the form as it is framed, then this Ganita Sutra 1, when is bridged with the mathematics of Ganita Sutra 1, then it gives a transition and transformation and a reach at Ganita Sutra 2. It is this transition and reach from Ganita Sutra 1 to Ganita Sutra 2 which deserves to be revisited. The students and scholars of Vedic mathematics who are fulfilled with the intensity of urge to have a glimpse of Ganit Bij, the seed of mathematics, and the mathematics of the seed, then they shall revisit the Ganita Sutra 1 and Ganita Sutra 2 and have a revisit of transition and transformation from the linear sequencing order rule of Ganita Sutra 1 to all from 9, last from 10 rule of Ganita Sutra 2. It would mean that we have to visit the 9 geometries range of Ganita Sutra 4 to the 10 creative boundary components need of hypercube 5. Therefore, these transition features and these values are to be seen. It is here where we will see that this reach for hypercube 4 is going to be a reach of the form that there is a hypercube 5 space in the role of a origin. It is because of it that we will be having a 5 cross 5, a spatial order will be creating 5 cross 5. Now we know the 9 geometries of 4 space are of signatures 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and -1, -2, -3 and 4. There are 5 non-negative geometries and 4 negative geometries. Therefore, the letter Ka, so Ka as a Brahma will take us to the full format of hypercube 4. Here the hypercube 4 with its half boundary progression on this side and half progression on this side will provide us the format. So it would be Ka as a Brahma will provide us a format of 5 cross 5. It is this 5 cross 5 as the positive geometries of 4 space and as negative geometries of 4 space with neutral middle point of a 0 geometry. Now this phenomenon of a reach and this format is the format with which we will be dealing in the next step. And step ahead, when Ka is a Shiv, then we know that we will be having hypercube 5 and these are 10 and there are actually the 11 geometries range, and here we are having 5 positive geometries, 5 negative geometries, or 6 non-negative geometries and 6 non-positive geometries. And when here the value is provided of a hypercube 5 with its half boundary, means when there are 5 0 to 5 creative components, and this format will transform. It is this transition and transformation of the format of the Varga consonants in terms of the formats of hypercube 4 and hypercube 5 respectively. It is this format which we have to glimpse. It is this format which we have to work, and it is this insight with which we have to approach to the seed of mathematics and mathematics of a seed. Therefore, the students, the scholars and research scholars of the jurisprudence of mathematics, when are at this stage of having to glimpse the seed of mathematics and to work out the mathematics of the seed, then initial stages should be revisited that mathematics is a product of mind. Further, as that mathematics is the healthy food of mind. Now, these features, when we have been through, when we'll revisit, then we will reach this stage of glimpsing the seed of mathematics, and we will be having a reach at the mathematics of the reach. So to have a glimpse of the seed of the mathematics and to reach at the mathematics of a seed is the reach which will give a blissful insight and a blissful progression for the scholars. And with it, then the scholars then will be having a third visit to the Devanagari alphabet. The first visit has been only in terms of the TCV values. Second visit has been in terms of the Vedic code values. Now this visit is to be simultaneously with the syllable code values as well as with the Yama code values. Now the syllable code values is having a focus upon the syllables, upon the vowels, which means upon the dimensional frames. The Varga consonants are having upon a 5-cross grid, means upon a spatial order. These Anthastha and Ushmana letters as such are having the enveloping boundaries or the transcendental things. Therefore, it is having a focus upon the solid domains. And the Yama letters are having a focus upon the creator space or a force space. It is this feature of the organization format of Devanagari alphabet which deserves to be given a comprehensive view. Let us have a comprehensive visit and a comprehensive view of the organization format of a Devanagari alphabet. With this comprehensive view, with this insight, and with one being face to face with these features and values of Devanagari alphabet format, then sequentially we will be in a position to see how the letters go as 3 as a domain fold, or as a dimensional frame, or as the transcendental base, and then again dimensional frame, and as a creative order, and then again a dimensional frame. These features are the features which are embedded in these. So the first letter is a dimensional order, second is a boundary fold, third is a domain fold, fourth is an origin fold, and fifth placement is of a transcendental base, and this is sequentially available. These all features are simultaneously available when a particular letter is taken from the Devanagari alphabet. Then it is taken along with its transcendental code value, its Vedic code value, and also it is taken along with its placement, which would mean its different role. Therefore, these letters, when these are taken from the Devanagari alphabet format, means we are taken along with their transcendental code values and Vedic code values. We are also taken along with their placements and a role as a domain fold, and like that each letter. So each letter is taken along with a value as well as along with a format as per the placement within the Devanagari alphabet format. Therefore, let us have a pause here and let us sit comfortably and let us re-evaluate what we are discussing today. Today we are having a third visit to the Devanagari format. Today we are having a third value of the jurisprudence of a mathematics. Now in this third value of a jurisprudence and this third visit of the Devanagari alphabet format, the whole range of values are coming into play. All these features deserves to be chased, to be imbibed, and same are to be availed for having a reach at the values, features and formats of the formulations like Ganit and a formulation like Bij, and then Ganit Bij and a Bij Ganit. Thank you very much.